Hello. I'm going to move this camera just a little bit more. There we go. All right. Hello and welcome to the Mueller Report on Weed with Amy. That's me. Thank you for attending. Last time we did a few pages, and tonight we're going to do a couple more. We're going to see how far we get because it looks like there's a lot of redaction ahead, so we may be able to flip around. Couple of questions, couple of things. Number one, you're asking, are you wearing a Kaftan right now? Yes, I'm wearing a Kaftan right now. Why are you doing that? Why the fuck not? Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. This is really comfortable. I'm so glad I did this. Also, I have one of my favorite mugs. It says, here to fuck shit up. And that is exactly what we're going to do. In a good way. All right, so we are going to cover pages in the Mueller report, pages 13, or page 13, it's the second paragraph is where we're going to start. And just kind of looking ahead, like I said, there is, there's quite a bit of redaction, so we may be able to cover a lot of ground today with the Mueller report. So the most important part of the whole Mueller report is on weed, right? So we're going to do that real quick. We may have indulged just a little bit before we actually jumped on the possibility, okay? So I'm going to do that. And this cartridge is by Savage Sticks. It is a Tangy, and I'm using a claw. Was that right? No. I'm using a claw battery. So, all right, got a little Tangy in us. Here to fuck shit up with our tea. All right. Excuse me. Let's get into it, shall we? All righty. Page 13. Second paragraph. Here we fucking go. To carry out the investigation and the prosecution of the matters assigned to him, the special counsel assembled a team that at its high point included 19 attorneys, five of whom joined the office from private practice. Oh wow, say that 50 times fast. Private practice, there we go. And 14 on detail or assigned from the Department of Justice components. These attorneys were assisted by a filter team of department lawyers and FBI personnel who screened materials obtained by a court process for privileged information before turning those materials over to investigators. A support staff of 3 paralegals on detail from the department's antitrust division, and an administrative staff of 9 responsible for budget, finance, purchasing, human resources, records, facilities, security, information technology, and administrative support. The special counsel attorneys and support staff were co-located with and worked alongside approximately 40 FBI agents, intelligence analysis, forensic accountants, a paralegal, and professional staff assigned by the FBI to assist the special counsel's investigation. Those assigned FBI and employees remained under FBI supervision at all times. The matters on which they assisted were supervised by the special counsel. So then it goes on to like a sub 1 down here, so we're going to read that. FBI personnel assigned to the special counsel's office were required to adhere to all applicable federal law and all department and FBI regulations, guidelines, and policies. An FBI attorney worked on FBI-related matters for the office, such as FBI compliance with all FBI policies and procedures, including the FBI's Domestic Investigations and Operations Guide, or DIOG. The FBI attorney worked under FBI legal supervision, not the special counsel's supervision. Okay, so this is laying the groundwork of who was part of the investigation, especially when it came on. That's, wow, 19 attorneys and 40 FBI agents. Interesting. All right. During its investigation, the office issued more than 2,800 subpoenas under the auspices of a grand jury sitting in the District of Columbia, executed nearly 500 search and seizure warrants. Wow, 500 warrants, holy, and subpoenas, that's a lot. Obtained more than 230 orders of communications records under 18 USC squiggly 9 2703 in brackets lowercase d. Obtained almost 50 orders authorizing use of pen registers. Made 13 requests to foreign governments pursuant to mutual legal assistance treaties, and interviewed approximately 500 witnesses, including almost 80 before a grand jury. Holy wow. That's a lot of components right there. All right. Now we're into like the third paragraph down here. From its inception, the office recognized that its investigation could identify foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information relevant to the FBI's broader national security mission. The FBI personnel who assisted the office established procedures to identify and convey such information to the FBI. The FBI Counterintelligence Division met with the office regularly for that purpose for most of the office's tenure. For more than the past year, the FBI also embedded personnel at the office who did not work on the special counsel's investigation, but whose purpose was to review the results of the investigation and to send in writing summaries of foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information to FBI HQ and FBI field offices. Those communications and other correspondence between the FBI and the office and the FBI contain information derived from the investigation, not all of which is contained in this volume. Ooh, it turned up some shit. Okay, so this volume is a summary. It contains, in the office's judgment, that information necessary to account for special counsel's prosecution and declination decisions to describe the investigation's main factual results. Okay, now we're on page 14, and we're on Roman numeral 2. It says Russian active measures social media campaigns. So we're going to get into how the Russians use social media. Okay, so here we go. First paragraph. The first form of Russian election intelligence influence came principally from the Internet Research Agency, LLC, IRA, a Russian organization funded by, oh boy, okay, so this is a really long, crazy Russian name, so here we go. Medvedev Viktorovich Prigozhin. Okay, that was really, really long. I'm going to spell the last name. Prigozhin. I'm going to refer to this person as YVP, okay? Because, yeah, because of that. Okay. All right, so YVB and companies he controlled, including Concord Management and Consulting, LLC, and Concord Catering, collectively Concord. Okay. And then we've got a sub 2. So I'm going to go down there and read this sub 2. The office is aware of reports that other Russian entities engaged in similar active measures, operations targeting the United States. Some evidence collected by the office corroborates these reports, and the office has shared that evidence with other offices in the Department of Justice and FBI. All right, back up to the paragraph. The IRA, or that research agency, LLC, conducted social media operations targeted at large U.S. audiences with the goal of sowing discord in the U.S. political system. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a sub 3 with that sentence, and it says there's a redaction, and it says to harm to ongoing matter. See also SM-22306334, serial 4 analysis. The FBI case number cited here and other FBI case numbers identified in the report should be treated as law enforcement sensitive given the context. The report contains additional law enforcement sensitive information. Okay, so it's basically after that bombshell of a sentence, it goes, hey, don't share stuff. So that's why that's harm to ongoing matter. Okay. Wow. These operations constituted active measures, and then we have two Russian words in brackets, a term that typically refers to operations conducted by Russian security services aimed at influencing the course of international affairs. Wow. Okay, so there's a sub 4. So I'm going to go to sub 4 here. As discussed in part 5 below, the active measures investigation has resulted in criminal charges against 13 individual Russian nationals and 3 Russian entities, principally for conspiracy to defraud the United States in violation of 18 U.S.C. Squiggly Line 371, see Volume 1, Section V, or 5, I should say, or VA Infra Indictment, United States versus Internet Research Agency et al. Okay, and then, all right. So it's basically outlining the cases that, what they found. Okay, so, second paragraph now. I know, Kitty, we're all concerned. The IRA and its employees began operations targeting the United States as early as 2014, using fictitious U.S. personas. IRA employees operated social media accounts and group pages designed to attract U.S. audiences. These group and accounts, which address divisive U.S. political and social issues, falsely claimed to be controlled by U.S. activists. Over time, these social media accounts became a means to reach large U.S. audiences. IRA employees traveled to the United States in mid-2014 on an intelligence gathering mission to obtain information and photographs for use in their social media posts. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so, wow, okay. All right, here we go. Here's paragraph 3 now. IRA employees posted derogatory information about a number of candidates in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. By early to mid-2016, IRA operations included supporting the Trump campaign and disparaging candidate Hillary Clinton. Right? Okay, so by early to mid, IRA operations included supporting the Trump campaign. Wow, okay. The IRA made various expenditures to carry out those activities, including buying political advertisements on social media in the names of U.S. persons and entities. Some IRA employees posing as U.S. persons and without revealing their Russian association communicated electronically with individuals associated with the Trump campaign and with other political activists to seek to coordinate political activities, including the staging of political rallies. Holy shit. That line, right? Holy shit. All right, so there's a sub 5 after that, and it says Internet Research Agency Indictment 52, 54, 55, bracket A, 56, 74, and then we've got harm to ongoing matter right there. So it looks like a few lines that are like that. All right, more. Wow, okay. The investigation did not identify evidence that any U.S. persons knowingly or intentionally coordinated with the IRA's interference operation. Okay, that's interesting too. Investigation did not identify evidence that any U.S. persons knowingly or intentionally coordinated with IRA's interference operation. Okay. So basically they're saying that they established support and communications to the Trump campaign, but it didn't identify any evidence that they knowingly and intentionally. So would that just mean that they may have been made aware of what was going on, but didn't do anything to stop it or to actively pay for it or something like that. Okay, that's interesting. By the end of 2016 U.S. election, the IRA had the ability to reach millions of U.S. persons through their social media accounts. Multiple IRA-controlled Facebook groups and Instagram accounts had hundreds of thousands of U.S. participants. IRA-controlled Twitter accounts separately had tens of thousands of followers, including U.S. political figures who retweeted IRA-created content. In November of 2017, a Facebook representative testified that Facebook had identified 470 IRA-controlled Facebook accounts that collectively made 80,000 posts between January 2015 and August 2017. Facebook estimated that the IRA reached as many as 126 million persons through its Facebook accounts. Wow, that's huge. Okay, so we've got a sub 6 after that, so I'm going to go right down to the sub 6 here. Social media influence in the 2016 U.S. election, hearing before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, 115th Congressional 13. Okay, so it's got given a date 11/1/17. Testimony of Colin Stretch, General Counsel of Facebook. We estimate that roughly 29 million people were served content in these news feeds directly from the IRA's 80,000 posts over the 2 years. Posts from these pages were also shared, liked, and followed by people on Facebook, and as a result, 3 times more people may have been exposed to a story that originated from the Russian operation. Our best estimate is that approximately 126 million people may have been served content from a page associated with the IRA at some point during the 2-year period. The Facebook representative also testified that Facebook had identified 170 Instagram accounts that posted approximately 120,000 pieces of content during that time. Facebook did not offer an estimate of the audience reached via Instagram. Holy crap. So a shit ton of Russian propaganda was seen by that many people and possibly believed by that many people too. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we're going back up to the paragraph here. In January 2018, Twitter announced that it had identified 3,814 IRA-controlled Twitter accounts and notified approximately 1.4 million people Twitter believed may have been in contact with an IRA-controlled account. So we go down to sub 7. And it says Twitter update on Twitter's review of the 2016 U.S. election, January 31st, 2018. Okay, so it's giving like, all right. So then we get into the redaction stuff. So we've got letter A, structure of the Internet Research Company. So there is a paragraph that is totally blacked out, as you can see. Goes on to a next paragraph where it starts, the organization quickly grew. And then we've got another paragraph, fully redacted, harm to ongoing matter. And then we've got another paragraph down. The growth of the organization also led to a more detailed organizational structure. And then that's redacted out. Okay, so now we flipped on to page 16, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So this is crazy. Okay, so we've got a paragraph that's redacted, harm to ongoing matter. Next paragraph, it starts, 2 individuals headed the IRA's management. Its general director, Mikhail Bistrov, and its executive director, Mikhail Burchik. So the Mikhails. And then another paragraph that's completely blacked out. Going on to the next paragraph, it says, as early as the spring of 2014, the IRA began to hide its funding and activities. Okay, and then that paragraph is completely blacked out. Moving on to the next paragraph. The IRA's U.S. operations are part of a larger set of interlocking operations known as Project Litka. and that's spelled Lakhta. And then it's extremely redacted, as you can see there. Moving on to the next section, it says, letter B, funding and oversight from Concord and Prizinov. That's that YVP dude that I was struggling with. So here comes the first paragraph. Until at least February 2018, YVP and 2 Concord companies funded the IRA. Pritzkov, the YVP guy, is a wealthy Russian businessman who served as the head of Concord. And then it gets real crazy redaction. So here we go. Going on to the next page, which is page 17, redacted about a line. And then it says the YVP gentleman was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department in December of 2016. And then you go down and it's got like a case number down here, U.S. Treasury Department, Treasury sanctions individuals and entities in connection with Russia's operation of Crimea and the conflict of Ukraine, December 20th, 2016. Okay, so there's more. And this paragraph is it's redacted. Then you get to a line that says, numerous media sources have reported on this YVP guy's ties to Putin, and the two have appeared together in public photographs. And then you've got a non-redacted line that gives you the C. Neil Farskov, a Russian oligarch indicted by U.S. is known as Putin's cook, and it gives an article to the New York Times. So we've got Redaction City, population us. So you've got another paragraph that's redacted, another paragraph that's redacted. We're going to turn the page to page 18. We've got another. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Okay. So as you can see, another paragraph redacted, a big one redacted, another one, and then we've got kind of our footnotes here. And there's one footnote here, so it's 28, so it's like right there. That one says, the term troll refers to internet users, in this context, paid operatives who post inflammatory or otherwise disruptive content on social media or other websites. So they're really getting to the nitty-gritty of how this was all done, I guess. So now we're going to switch over to page 19, where there's more redactions, but that first paragraph starts as, IRA employees were aware that that P guy, that P person was involved in the IRA's U.S. operations. We've got couple of sentences, harm to ongoing matter. In May 2016, IRA employees claiming to be U.S. social activists and administrators of Facebook groups recruited U.S. persons to hold signs, including one in front of the White House that read, Happy 55th birthday, dear boss, as an homage to P. Money's, whose 55th birthday was on June 1st, 2016. What the fuck? That's weird. Okay, so then goes down, this whole paragraph is completely redacted out, and then we make it down to letter C. We're on page 19. The IRA targets U.S. elections. All right. Here we go. So sub 1 reads, the IRA ramps up U.S. operations as early as 2014. Paragraph 1 in this particular section. The IRA's U.S. operations sought to influence public opinion through online media and forums. By the spring of 2014, the IRA began to consolidate U.S. operations with a single general department known internally as Translator Department. And it's got a Russian word right there. Then you've got a sentence that says harm to ongoing matter redacted. And then it goes on to say IRA subdivided the translator department into different responsibilities, ranging from operations on different social media platforms to analytics to graphics and IT. And then we're back to redaction. This is insane. I have never seen, and it just makes my mind go crazy. So the next paragraph is redacted. The next paragraph after that is redacted. The footnotes are redacted. We're now on page 21. We've got quite a bit of redaction, as you can see up top there. Still says the harm to ongoing matter. And then we've got a paragraph here. IRA employees also traveled to the United States on intelligence gathering missions. In June 2014, 4 IRA employees applied to the U.S. Department of State to enter the United States while lying about the purpose of their trip and claiming to be 4 friends who had met at a party. What? Okay, ultimately, 2 IRA employees, Anna Borshchev and Alexandra Kreslova, so A, B, and AK, received visas and entered the United States on June 4th of 2014. These are both women's names, I believe. So the way it's spelled, so Anna, okay, AB, and then AK. A is Alexandra. So the United States will let 2 chicks in. And I have a feeling these chicks are going to wreak havoc. Here we go. So we're going from page 21 to 22, and we've got some words. Okay, so the first, the remaining of that paragraph, which is on 22, is redacted out. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just going to kind of look forward a little bit. Okay. Oh boy. Mama. All right. So, okay, this is what we're going to do. So, number 2, it says U.S. operations through IRA-controlled social media accounts. Dozens of IRA employees were responsible for operating accounts and personas on different U.S. social media platforms. The IRA referred to employees assigned to operate the social media accounts as specialists, and that's in quotes. Starting as early as 2014, the IRA's U.S. operations included social media specialists focusing on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The IRA later added specialists who operated on Tumblr and Instagram accounts. Okay, so they're basically showing how or where they were in this point. Okay, so we're on another paragraph. Baby. I'm sorry, my cat was playing with something he shouldn't on my desk. It's real weird. Anyway. The Russians have screwed us and used a huge operation apparently. Okay, all right. Initially, the IRA created social media accounts that pretended to be the personal accounts of U.S. persons. Okay. And then, so we've got a sub note here that is not redacted. And it says, see Facebook ID, and it gives a bunch of numbers. And it says Alex Anderson. So it's basically giving up Facebook accounts. Some of these Facebook accounts that they're saying are examples of these. Okay, wow. So one is Alex Anderson. Another one is Andrea Henson. Another one is Gary Williams. And another one, Lakeisha Richardson. Those are some pretty good names, I gotta say. They're like common-ish, you know? Wow, okay. So here we go. By early 2015, the IRA began to create larger social media groups or public social media pages that claimed falsely to be affiliated with U.S. political and grassroots organizations. In certain cases, the IRA created accounts that mimicked real U.S. organizations. Geez. For example, one IRA-controlled Twitter account at TEN_GOP, that's the Tennessee GOP that we've heard about, reported to be connected to the Tennessee Republican Party. Yeah, that one. And then we've got a sub 46, so we're going to go down there. The account claimed to be the unofficial Twitter of Tennessee Republicans and made posts that appeared to be endorsements of the state political party. And there's an example of a tweet from 4/3/16. Tennessee GOP backs at real Donald Trump, period. Hashtag make America great again. Hashtag TNGOP. Hashtag Tennessee, hashtag GOP. More commonly, the IRA created accounts in the names of fictitious U.S. organizations and grassroots groups and used those accounts to pose as anti-immigration groups, Tea Party activists, Black Lives Matter protesters, and other U.S. social and political activists. Oh boy. All right, so now we're on page 23, and here we go, more redaction. So another paragraph redacted, another paragraph redacted, and now we're down towards the bottom of the page here. By February 2016, internal IRA documents referred to support for the Trump campaign in opposition to candidate Clinton. Let me read that again. Whoa. By February 2016, internal IRA documents referred to support for the Trump campaign in opposition to candidate Clinton. So you've got another sub, but it's not fully redacted. The IRA posted content about the Clinton candidacy before Clinton officially announced her presidential campaign. The IRA controlled social media accounts, criticized Clinton's record as Secretary of State, and promoted various critiques of her candidacy. The IRA used other techniques, and then there's redaction in that one. And then it goes on to say, for example, harm to ongoing matter, directions to IRA operators, harm to go ongoing matter, and it's a pretty, it's like a sentence. Main idea, use any opportunity to criticize Hillary Clinton and the rest except Sanders and Trump. We support them. Oh, no. Oh. Well, that just blew my fucking mind right there. The Sanders part in that. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. And then there's harm to ongoing matter. It looks like a couple lines there. Next paragraph. The focus on the U.S. presidential campaign continued through 2016 in harm to ongoing matter. 2016 internal harm to ongoing matter, reviewing the IRA-controlled Facebook group Secured Borders. The author criticized the lower number of posts dedicated to criticizing Hillary Clinton and reminded the Facebook specialist it is imperative to intensify criticizing Hillary Clinton. Wow. Okay, here we go. Next paragraph. IRA employees also acknowledged that their work focused on influencing the U.S. presidential election. And then harm to ongoing matter. Here it goes. So, wow. All right, so we're going to stop right in this mid-redaction here. On page 24, we're on number 3, and that's where it goes, U.S. operations through Facebook. Now, it does redact quite a bit at the beginning, but then it seems like we're getting into some nitty-gritty here, and we're going to talk about U.S. operations through Twitter, some individual accounts. Wow. So this is a lot more sophisticated than I think we've all seen, and holy crap, I had no idea that it started way early, and holy crap, I didn't know that the Russian government really, really wanted not only candidate Trump, but also Sanders for some reason. And I mean, I have my theories on that, to disrupt Hillary Clinton for some reason. Why were the Russians so damn scared of Hillary Clinton being their president? That's so strange to me. What the hell? All right, so hopefully we'll get into that next time. And again, thank you so much for coming on by, maybe smoking a little weed as well, and enjoying the Mueller report on weed with Amy. Again, I plan to do these videos at least once a week to get through the Mueller report, because I feel we got to get through this shit because some shit went down and we got to know about it. And it's hard to, to sit and read like over 400 page report. So I got you. I'm going to get high and I will read it for you. So you're welcome. You're all very welcome. So again, thank you. Please subscribe so you know when I'm going on live next. And thank you. Thank you. Mike Afghan, thanks you. My tea thanks you. And we'll see you next time for episode 7. Holy shit. The Mueller report on weed. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh.